What's up, you guys? It's Ryan, Ryan of Crystal's Reviews, and tonight I would normally do the comic show Saturday night. We're going to do something a little bit different this week. I'm going to save most of my unboxings for next week. And what we're going to do tonight, though, is I bought a grab bag off of eBay, a mystery grab bag, a mystery comic book lot is what it's called. It's got, and here's kind of what at least what we're guaranteed to have. 10 Marvel or DC comics in very fine to near mint condition will be the judge of that. No junk or torn or worn out books. Number 2, the major superheroes such as Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, Harley Quinn, Avengers, X-Men, etc. will be in each lot. It won't just be a bunch of no-name comics. Number 3, one premium comic book. This may be a first appearance, limited variant cover, autographed, or first issue. Really? That's Gunner wanting to go outside. Really? And number 4, you will receive either one brand new Marvel or DC trade paperback book, a graphic novel, or 2 number 1 issue Image comics in near mint to mint condition. Number 5, also for a limited time, you will receive one additional pop culture item. These can be anything from vintage trading cards, stickers, Funko Pops, or not getting a Funko Pop, T-shirts, action figures, and much more. We're not getting an action figure. So that is, it says the retail value of this lot will average between $75 and $125 per lot. Even though these lots weigh a few pounds, shipping will be free, which it was. And no two lots alike. I paid a grand total of, with shipping, or with no shipping, free shipping, for the lot plus tax was $26.95. So let's see what we got here. This is the first time I've done one of these mystery lots. Normally I don't do these. Normally I know what I'm getting. Normally, or know what I'm buying at least. Because you just don't know with these things, right? I mean, you kind of think, oh, well, maybe I might get something good, and then you end up with, like, 10 books of garbage. And I'm not sure there's well, I mean, there could be stickers or trading cards in here, I guess. There we go. And they shipped it that way in a flat rate envelope. And then they put it in here. I don't think there's any kind of pop culture item in here. It did say for a limited time. So without there being anything in here, I'm not sure I could make a claim. I don't know if I would really want to do that. Okay, so it looks like we've got all comics. I don't see any kind of pop culture item. Let's set that aside. Yeah, nothing else in there. Okay. Yeah, 1, 7, 8, 9. There must be 10. Okay, so first book, which, I did get pop culture item. Really? That's the best they could do? That's kind of disappointing. So first one we got is a True Believers, Marvel Knights, Daredevil, the Man Without Fear. So it's kind of that's obviously Daredevil #1 cover. And it's a True Believers, so it just means it's just a reprint, which I'm assuming it's a reprint of #1. I don't think I bought this one when it came out. Yeah, it's just a reprint of #1. I don't even think there's, it's just a reprint of #1. That's all it is. It did say Marvel Knights on it, so I thought maybe they might have included part of that story, but no. So that's kind of a wah. Okay, so the pop culture item is a bunch of Magic the Gathering cards, which I absolutely know nothing about. I'm not really a card player. They're going to be cards. I was kind of hoping they might be Marvel cards, but that's out the door. So that's another wah wah. Sorry to those who play that. I don't really know much about it. This is some sort of Guardians of the Galaxy kind of a card. It's not a book or anything. It's just a card. Not even a sticker. I guess it'd just be like a little mini poster. So. All right. Next up, there's actually 2 books in here. Is Batman number 67 all the way down. This is the newer stuff too. This is part of the current run of Batman, I believe. This number 67. And then on the back is Batman Legends of the Dark Knight number 11, which I showed one of these books last week in another lot that I had bought, and they threw in for free. So there's book 2 and book 3. So far, man, it's just okay. Next up is Symbiote Spider-Man, number 5. This is another New Age book. It's got Mysterio on the cover. So you see Spider-Man's there in the black suit. That's a New Age book. And then on the back, we've got Flash, the Fastest Man Alive, number 57, The Chilling Return of the Icicle. So that is, I think that's volume 2 of Flash. Our next book, we've got Robin, which looks like this is early 90s, March 91, 3 of 5, DC. And then the book on the back is Extreme X-Men, Claremont. This looks like it's something fairly new. This is kind of a different. It's $2.99 US, so that was a few years ago. They're more expensive than that now. Don't really know much about that book. I will say that the one thing I'm kind of disappointed in is I believe it said there was supposed to be a graphic novel in here, and I do not see that. I mean, that's the thing when you do these, right? You've got to be careful about them. Or did it promise me? Trying to figure out what the premium comic book would be. So far, I don't really see the premium book here. This may be a first appearance, limited variant cover, autographed, or number 1 issue. So far, what I'm seeing in front of me, I don't see where that lands, but we'll keep going. Next is Batman Prelude to the Wedding, Part 1. This is Robin versus Ra's al Ghul. So, the Prelude to the Wedding, that was supposed to be Batman and Catwoman getting married. That was a few years back. I remember right, comic shops were staying open till midnight for that book and that issue, and then it turned out to be kind of sideways, and they didn't even get married. And then on the back is DC Vertigo. This is Preacher, number 20. This was a hit show, or I think it was a hit show on AMC. I think it did okay, a couple seasons. I never watched it. I don't really know much about that book series, but yeah. So this must be the number 1 issue. I'm really kind of just. I mean, like I said, it's a grab bag. It's a mystery thing. I don't expect to get a Hulk 181 out of here. But at least something decent. DC Year of the Villain, number 1. This looks like something that was probably, I'm not sure what that is. I've never seen that before. And then we've got Uncanny X-Men, She's Insane. again, these just look like things you would just pick up in your LCS that are just sitting up on the counter. I mean, this says only 25 cents. So that kind of sucks. So next, and this was, so instead of the trade paperback, you were going to get 2 #1 issue Image comics. And that's what I got instead. In near mint or mint. I got God Complex Dogma #1. I don't have no idea about this series. Nothing. A lot of times Image does pretty good on their series, but I have no idea about anything. In the futuristic city of Delphi, a young digital forensics investigator named Seneca finds himself embroiled in the bizarre murders of 3 church acolytes. Guided by his cryptic mentor, the ruler named Hermes, Seneca uncovers a stunning conspiracy and a mystery that will turn his entire world upside down. That doesn't sound too bad. Doesn't sound bad. And then the last book in the lot is Evolution #1. Again, I don't know anything about this. Wasn't expecting to get like Walking Dead #1 or anything like that. But, you know, I mean, all in all, like I said, $26. First off, these cards, which are Magic the Gathering, I know nothing about these cards. So I wouldn't have bought these on my own. So throw that out. And just kind of as we go around this, throw that out. I wouldn't have bought those. I wouldn't have bought this. I wouldn't have bought this. I wouldn't have bought this or this. I'm not even sure these were even for purchase. It does say $225 on the X-Men one. I don't know what this is. Wouldn't have bought them. Batman Prelude to the Wedding, probably not. Preacher 20, probably not. Batman Legend of the Dark Knight, if this was sitting in a dollar bin, I might pick it up. Same thing with this. So $2. That's probably what I would have done. If I saw this out in the wild and I was wanting some Flash comics, a couple bucks, I'd probably pick it up. I wouldn't pick that up. So we're looking at like $3 so far. I wouldn't pick this up. That same deal, maybe $1, $4. This is cool, but this isn't something that I would go out of my way and buy. Like you see these in comic shops all the time, I wouldn't be like, oh man, I got to go have that. And then these True Believers, maybe that's supposed to be the premium one, the number one premium. I guess that's probably what they did. Yeah, this may be a first appearance limited variant cover, autographed, or #1 issue. Maybe that's what they thought. So all in all, if I bought these books in the wild, the books I actually would have bought with everything, I would spend about $4 or $5, maybe $7. A couple of those books might have been a couple dollars. I spent $26. I feel like this is a bust. Pretty good size bust. I don't expect to get much. I mean, I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't expecting to get, a Hulk 181. Sweet tea, not a sponsor. Hashtag not a sponsor. But I feel like I should have at least got 1 or 2 books in this that I could have been set back and been like, okay, I would have bought that. I probably wouldn't buy any of these in the wild, honestly. I mean, even the couple DC books, if I was collecting DC at the time, maybe. The Flash book, like I said, yeah, I'd probably buy that. Legends of the Dark Knight, sure. No. So, I mean, it's kind of a bust. But, hey, these are kind of fun to open up because you don't know what you're going to get. A lot of times you don't get great stuff. But then again, you don't know. I mean, one of my local shops down here, they've got a box full and it says Fantastic Four comics, 25 for 20. X-Men comics, 25 for 20. Spider-Man comics, 25 for 20. Avengers, 25 for 20. Batman, 25. You see what I mean? So I don't expect, like with X-Men, I don't expect to see X-Men number 5 in there or Days Future Past or anything like that. But at the same time, I'd like to feel like if I bought that, like there's at least, 10 or 15 books in there where I'd be like, hey, I need this one. I want this one. I'm glad I got this. Just not the case. And this again, not the case. So sorry that I couldn't, we couldn't get some better stuff tonight, but that's what we got. And to me, this right here, that's probably the biggest disappointment. Is I feel like, I know it's a trading card. I get that, but if I'm buying a comic book lot and it's specifically worked around Marvel and DC, I feel like this is a cop-out. I just do. I'm sorry to Magic the Gathering fans. There's nothing against it. I just feel like this is a cop-out. Like, I should have... Throw some Marvel stickers in there. Throw some Superman stickers in there. Batman stickers. I mean, I'd take that, It says vintage trading cards. These are not vintage trading cards. They're just regular Magic the Gathering trading cards. I have nothing to do with those. I didn't really expect to get a Funko Pop or a T-shirt because, a T-shirt, they're probably going to give you a small or a XXXXXXL, and, you're not going to be able to wear it. I didn't figure I'd get an action figure and much more. I don't know what much more is. Maybe that's much more. Maybe Magic the Gathering cards is much more. I don't know. But that's what we got for tonight. Appreciate y'all watching. And please like and subscribe to the channel. We'll be back to normal next week with the comic show. Just thought I'd take a little week off. I'm getting a lot of books. I've got probably 8 or 9 packages in there that I haven't even opened up. And just kind of taking the week off a little bit. I've been buying a lot of books lately, so that's the thing about buying books is you buy books and you got to have somewhere to put them. They can't just sit out everywhere. So you kind of got to start to think about boxes and everything, and getting all that stuff ready to go. So I appreciate y'all watching. Please like and subscribe. And as we continue to march towards 100, which we never really thought we'd even be close to that. So we appreciate that. And I hope you all have a great evening, a great rest of your weekend, a great Sunday. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Call your mom. Tell her Happy Mother's Day. If that's the least you can do, do it, because that's pretty much what I do. So, and we will see you next week.